Okay, hello, really quick. I just thought I would make a video of our homework instead of just posting the solutions. So this is 3.1 practice, pages 12 and 13. Fully simplify using exponent rules. Final answers should not contain negative exponents. That's a biggie. So x to the 8th times x to the 3rd. We want to add our powers when we multiply. So this will be x to the 11th. Power to a power, you want to multiply, so that's x to the 24th. A negative exponent, we want to pop it downstairs. If it was in the numerator, it goes down. If it's in the denominator, it comes up. X to the 0 is 1. And x to the 8th over x to the 3rd, we subtract. So we have x to the 5th. X to the 3rd over x to the 8th, this will be 1 over x to the 5th, and I'll tell you why. 3 minus 8 is x to the negative 5, which is 1 over x to the 5th. Remember, only positive exponents. I just have to pop something down. Okay. All right. So this is going to go downstairs. Sometimes I circle negative exponents just so you can tell yourself, like, gotta move it. Gotta move it. I hope you can see that. Okay. Okay. So that would be x to the 8th over x to the 3rd times x squared. So this is x to the 8th over x to the 5th. And then 8 minus 5 is 3. So this in totality by the end is x cubed. So this, you have a choice. When you have this, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that a little bit better. You could either say x to the 15th over x to the 9th, and then that reduces to x to the 6th. Or you could do like 8 minus 3 is 5, 7 minus 6 is 1, and then get x to the 6th either way. All right. I'm going to kind of keep going quickly. Feel free to pause it. But negative 4 times 7 is negative 28. So then 12 minus 5 is 7. And 8 plus 10 is 18. Remember, you can only combine like bases. So the x's and then the y's. Here, we have to raise this to a power first. So this is negative 5 squared, x to the 12th, y to the 6th. 2 cubed is 8 eventually, x cubed, y 27. So this is, when you square a negative, it's going to be positive. So if that helps you to see that in parentheses, that's going to be a positive 25, x to the 15th, y to the 33, okay. And then this is times 8. I'm kind of doing this awkward here, but 25 times 8 is 200, x 15, y 33. So there's going to be a lot of different ways you can solve sort of exponents. Some of you might have, multiplied these out. I don't know. But ultimately your answer is the same. So here I have to divide 33 over 11, which is 3. 25 minus 8 is 17. 6 minus 1 is 5. 36 over 30. If you use your calculator for that, you want to hit math, answer to fraction. And that will give you 6 goes in there 6 times and 6 goes in there 5 times. 11 minus 5 is 6. Now 4 minus 10 is y to the negative 6, which means it's going to get popped downstairs. So y6. So that's your final answer there. I'll probably go back when I do post these and box all my finals so that that's pretty clear on Canvas. Boop. And look at me just doing it now. Anyways, yay. All right. So, page 13. All right. So now this is a lot. You're basically, remember, like distributing, so to speak, to all these things. But what I would do here is simplify the parentheses first before I raise it to the fourth. So by that I mean I'm going to take negative 5 over 15, which is negative 1/3, x to the 8th, y to the first, and then raise it to a fourth. So this negative to a fourth is going to be positive. 1 to the fourth is 1. You don't have to write the 1, but you can. 3 to the fourth is 81. And then x to the 32, y to the fourth. So if you want to put the 1 there, that's fine. So if you did it all, and had like kind of big numbers, like 15 to the fourth, negative 5 to the fourth, ultimately you would get this as your answer. But it's a little bit easier to simplify a fraction like that first. Okay, so let's make this fraction. 8's going to be in the numerator. The y to the fourth is going to come up. X to the 8th is going to go down. And then I have z. So there's nothing else to simplify because none of these bases are the same. All right, so again, I usually make my shell, my fraction bar. Y squared is going to go down. X to the fourth is going to stay down. And then z cubed is going to go upstairs. So if you circle that, it's going to gotta go upstairs. That negative exponent has to go down. The 5 is negative. It's not a negative power. It's just a negative number. So do not move the 5. You don't move negative 5 because it is not a negative exponent. Only a negative number. All right. So I'm going to move this downstairs and this upstairs and then this downstairs. So y cubed, y to the 6th was down there, and then the y is going to stay upstairs. So this is 5 minus 17 is negative 12. So that means it's going to stay downstairs. Or you could just look and say, like, where is it bigger? All right, so this is going to be essentially y to the 1st over y to the 9th. So that's going to be y to the 8th left downstairs. So you need a placeholder in the numerator. So your final answer is 1 over x12 y to the 8th. All righty, so let's say 2 to the negative 6, x to the negative 6, y to the 24th. So 2 to the 6th goes downstairs. If you want, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. On your calculator, you could hit 2 to the 6th. In your noggin, you could hit 2 times 2 is 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. X to the 6th is going to go downstairs, but y to the 24th is going to stay upstairs. And finally, we have 3 to the negative 3, x to the 24th, y to the negative 6th. So 3 times 3 times 3, because this is going to be 1 over 3 cubed. X to the 24th stays up there, and y to the 6th came down. So for the numbers like that, it's okay if you leave it like that, but most likely you'll see it written out as 27. And that is that. Have a great day.